Isn't atheism just another religion? That is Paul's ego having a little bit of fun at my expense. No, it's not. For obvious reasons. We don't have a set dogma. But it does seem that with all of these atheist manifestos being released, the God delusion, the end of faith, God is not great, it does seem that we are developing something of a de facto dogma. Although that doesn't really make us a religion, it does make us closer to a religion than we once were. It does sort of attach an ideology to what we believe. And but of course, you could be an atheist and still feel free to not embrace that ideology, unless, of course, we did ever expand the definition of the word atheist or the word atheism. Then it would be a lot closer to being a religion, but you still have to ask yourself, at what point does religion begin? I mean, what's the difference between an ideology like, say, republicanism and a religion like, Southern Baptism? It's really difficult to know where to draw the line. Does a religion have to be innately supernatural? Does it have to include elements of faith? I mean, how are we going to define religion here? At any rate, I do think that for all intents and purposes, we're definitely closer to being a religion than we ever were before. And it seems like if you look in the world atlases, we are considered a religion. So it's kind of strange, and there was a recent newspaper article I read that said the fastest growing religion was atheism. I don't know if we should necessarily be as down on that description as we are. I think we should definitely make it clear that we're not an organized religion, but I don't know if it's necessarily necessary. Woo, yeah, me is redundant. Me no talk good. I don't know if we should be as reactionary about that as we are, as quick to dismiss that notion. I think we should maybe take that a little bit more seriously as atheists, because it does seem like we have adopted a lot of peripheral notions outside of just believing in God, and when you say there is no God, it does have a tremendous impact on the way you view the world. Because instead of viewing things like morality as components placed here by a divine being who has infinite concern for your actions and your thoughts and your feelings and so on and so forth, you instead have to accept that it's all a matter of, for lack of a better word, chance. Another person asked what my opinion was of atheists who believe in things like karma and ghosts and whatever, and who believe in supernatural things and just don't happen to believe in God. Are they really atheists? I guess yes, of course they're really atheists. They cannot boast having a naturalistic worldview. They certainly are not staunch rationalists, but if they reject the idea of God, then they most certainly are atheists. The only prerequisite for being an atheist is disbelief in a deity or deities. Maybe we should broaden the definition of atheism to exclude these people, because it seems to me that most atheists don't want to be categorized in with people who have certain religious faiths. I mean, the definition of atheism is so inadequate that Buddhists are technically atheists. Most of them, anyway. Some Buddhists do believe in gods, but it's ridiculous that they can fit into atheism under any definition. Perhaps we should petition Merriam-Webster to have the definition of the word expanded in some way. But maybe that's just a waste of fucking time.